Did you hear what just happened to Alda, the beloved star of MASH? After decades of being a beacon of strength, laughter, and intellect, heartbreaking news has shaken his fans and brought a wave of reflection across Hollywood. Alda, now 89 years old in 2025, has recently given an emotional update that left many supporters teary-eyed. It's not just about age or illness, it's about legacy, memory, and the quiet toll of time. Stay with us until the end, because what he revealed about MASH and his final wishes might surprise even the most devoted fans. Alda first stepped into our hearts as Hawkeye Pierce, the witty and compassionate surgeon from the iconic MASH series. The show ran from 1972 to 1983 and became one of the most loved and critically acclaimed series in American television history. Even after it ended, Alda remained closely associated with its legacy, not just for his acting, but for writing and directing many of its most powerful episodes. In interviews over the years, he often shared how deeply he cared about the cast and the values the show represented. That emotional connection has only deepened in recent years, as he's become one of the last remaining figures from that golden era. In 2018, Alda bravely announced that he had been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, a neurodegenerative disorder that gradually affects movement and speech. At the time, he assured fans that he was doing well, staying active, and continuing to work on his podcast and public outreach. But in a 2025 interview, Alda confessed that his condition had progressed further than he'd let on. Though his spirit remains strong, his body has begun to betray him in ways that even he can no longer control. He shared that daily life has become more difficult, and the once effortless joy of acting or speaking in public now takes a heavy toll. What made this recent news especially heartbreaking wasn't just the health update. It was Alda's emotional reflection on his time with the MASH cast. He spoke candidly about losing many of his co-stars over the years, including Wayne Rogers, Harry Morgan, David Ogden Stiers, and most recently Mike Farrell. Alda revealed that these losses have weighed on him deeply, and he often finds himself revisiting old scripts, letters, and behind-the-scenes memories just to feel close to them again. In a quiet voice, he said, "We weren't just actors, we were a family. And little by little, I'm saying goodbye to that family." But perhaps the most moving part of his message was a promise he made, and one he's still determined to keep. Alda has been working on a deeply personal documentary that tells the untold story of MASH, not just from a historical lens, but from the perspective of grief, humor, and what it means to grow old with memories that never fade. He said it will be his final tribute to the cast, to the fans, and to the legacy they all built together. Despite his physical challenges, Alda is determined to finish the project himself. "As long as I can speak, I can still tell a story," he said. So why does this matter? Because it reminds us that even our brightest stars are human. They age, they struggle, and they mourn. Alda's story is not just about one man's illness, but about a generation of television history slowly closing its final chapter. By watching, sharing, and remembering, we help keep those memories alive. And if you stay tuned for the upcoming release of Alda's documentary, you'll witness something more than nostalgia. You'll see a man honoring his past with courage. Don't miss what he has to share. It may be his last gift to us all.